Hello everyone, this is Mark Leibovit from VRTrader.com, and this is a VR tutorial looking at the Leibovit VR sequential indicator, which posts all the positive and negative VRs or volume reversals. We have, of course, the directional version, which filters out repetitive VRs, and the 2-day version, which basically just presents a 2-day trade. What we're looking at here is the daily chart of the ETFS physical palladium ETF. The symbol is PALL. We are bullish and long. I am predicting a move to $1,100 an ounce in PAL based on the intermediate pattern where it broke out above that 775 area. It is a little extended here, but let's look at most recent VRs. We had a Leibovit positive VR, back here on February 27th, and as you can see, we had a nice follow through. For the short-term traders, there was a negative VR 2 days prior, and there was a 1-day trade there. There was a positive VR on February 21st, and you had a 1-day follow through there. And there was one, I guess, mixed to negative signal here where there really wasn't any follow through to the downside, and this occurred on February 19th. But overall, the signals are pretty darn reliable here. We had a positive VR back on February 5th, caught a nice little up move. This negative VR, I would not have taken this trade. We've talked about this before. We're coming out of a oversold condition on a stochastic. This negative VR, though, I might have taken the trade because we were turning down on it, but we would have been stopped out relatively quickly. This negative VR here also generated some nice follow through to the downside. Stochastic was starting to roll over. And this negative VR here, we would not have taken this trade because the stochastic was still a little bit of an uptrend. This positive VR back here, we would have taken because we were coming out of a bottom on the stochastic and so forth and so on. So we could also take a quick look here at the weekly pattern. I don't trade the weekly, but there's a nice correlation here on the weekly for those of you who look at the intermediate picture. Several weeks ago, we had a Leibovit positive VR on February 14th. You can see here we had several weeks of follow through to the upside. Negative VR here back on December 20th. We only had a 1-week follow through to the downside, but we had a 2-week follow through to the upside here on the October 18th signal, and so forth and so on. You can see some nice correlation here on the weeklies, where at least you get a week or two follow through after the negative signals and the positive signals. So I tend to focus, as you know, on the dailies, but sometimes it's a good idea to see if we get generating some type of confirming signal there. So where are we right now? The stochastic seems to be trying to turn up a little bit. Obviously, we have a little distance here back to the 50-day moving average if we did experience a little bit of a correction. But the most recent volume has been a positive. If I generate a negative Leibovit VR here, I think I'd be more inclined to step aside until we found some support or another positive VR was formed. Have a pleasant day. Thanks for checking in. We'll be back with you soon.